Alright, welcome to Cobalt Black Gaming, the channel where I play a different game every day to show you guys those hidden and not so hidden gems. Welcome and welcome on back if you're already a subscriber. If you are coming back and you aren't already a subscriber, go on and hit that button. It's going to help me out greatly, help the channel out greatly, and let you know when I drop my videos every day and when I go live. Anyways, today, we are going to be taking a look at something that very quickly became probably my most anticipated roguelite of 2025. This is Ball X Pit. This game, at least to me, came out of nowhere and was just phenomenal. Anyways, it recently had a patch to the demo, and they added a new character. They added these little freaks here with their little dead eyes, the cohabitants. We already had these three characters. They added these guys. So we're going to be playing around with them and seeing if we can get a win. As you can see, I played with them a bit, but I have not gotten a win. Also, these guys have a weird shtick. They're a little different than the other characters. So we're going to go in and see how. Basically, the way these guys work is they each shoot a copy of all the balls you have. So if you have Broodmother like we started with, one of them shoots one copy, one of them shoots the other copy, except these copies deal 50% less damage. They deal half the damage. Or 50% of the damage, yeah. So what happens with this is, if you're noticing, they are much less directly effective. However, when you start getting a lot of bounces in here and really just kind of doing crazy things with how these balls work, you can get them into some weird areas and you can start really dealing damage. So that's kind of the goal here, is to just mess some stuff up. So, Magic Staff increases the area of effect damage such as Earthquake, Laser, and Lightning by 20%. I really like that, but we don't have any area of effect just yet, so we're just going to go for this ball and we're going to hope. So like, even when I decide to have them focus fire one guy, that's just the normal amount that these balls would have done on any other character. Ball launch speed, no thank you. Increases the chance to crit by 30 when hitting enemies on their left side. I was actually tempted to do like a crazy weird crit build with this and just have all of the we hit you from different sides crit things. Which I might still do, but I think that's more gimmicky than anything. I think that's not going to work. We're going to grab... Yeah, we're going to grab Slingshot. I've been liking Slingshot. Chance to shoot a baby ball when picking up XP gems. Anything in these type of games... Well, I guess I'm referencing Survivor likes when I say these type of games, and this isn't that, but... Anything in a game where you get the XP gems to level up, I love throwing a synergy on that, right? Because I'm already incentivized to grab them, and that's already like my main goal, right? Leveling up really is the best way to get power in these kind of games. So anything that compounds on that, great. I consider it one of the best things in the game. Hands down, no questions asked. I need to dodge these guys. But yeah, so you can see, if you're noticing... Once I start having to deal with something kind of tanky, is where these guys feel like they fall off. I think what I'm going to try to do... Okay, this is exactly what I was going to say. Balls deal 80% more damage after hitting the back of the field. Otherwise, damage is reduced by 20. We're not going to do that. There's one for hitting the side. That'd be cool. But I think they probably wouldn't do that. That seems like it's going to be too easy. So yeah, I feel like these characters are the kind of character where, like, if you're really good at making sure you get those good bounce angles on stuff, I think that's where these guys are going to shine, right? So let's see if I can be what I am not and act like I'm good at geometry for 12 seconds. Actually, I say that, but geometry was fairly easy. It's just shapes. Just shapes, guys. Alright, what do we got? We're going to grab the fire. I was tempted to grab the lightning, I really was. Lightning's pretty good, but I think there are better ways to spread status effect. For one, I would love to get the virus ball for poison, and then also swamp, and then also magma. Those are kind of like the three balls that those are my go-tos for I want to spread status everywhere. Now, in the new patch, they did kind of imply that there are going to be some new evolutions. I don't know if those are strictly because of the new ball, or if they've added just other evolutions to the game. So we'll see. I don't even have all the old evolutions. I really need to sit down and get that. I just, you know, I play a different game every day. I don't always have the time to get engrossed in something. And I also don't know, and I should probably check on whether the progress from the demo carries over. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments. And I'll probably check that after this video, actually, as well. But it would be nice to know, because that kind of puts the difference between me going, oh, let me really sink my teeth into this demo, and me just going, that was a fun game, can't wait till it comes out, we'll talk about it later, you know? So, we'll see. Alright, let's see if we can, yeah, get a better angle here to get some more bounces here going. Perfect. Okay, that was much better than last time I did this. I don't know, last time that guy took forever to take out. And I was like, oh, it's because I deal 50% less damage. And it's like, maybe it's just because your build sucked. That's also an option. You know, as people, we're often not ready to admit that, like, maybe the thing we did just sucked. Ooh, swamp or magma. Actually, let's read both of these. Emits lava blobs over time. Enemies who walk into lava blobs are dealt 17 to 34 damage and gain 1 stack of burn, max 3 stacks. Burn lasts for 3 seconds, dealing 3 to 9 damage per stack per second. This ball and its lava blobs deal 6 to 12 damage to nearby enemy units. Okay. Leaves behind tar blobs over time. Enemies who walk into tar blobs are dealt 17 to 34. Okay, same. And are slowed by 50% for 7 seconds. Okay, and gain 1 stack of poison, max 8 stack. Each stack of poison deals 1 to 3 damage per second. So I guess that's per second per stack. They don't have the same wording. Okay. This ball and its tar blobs deal 6 to 12. So it just seems like swamp is just better than magma. So we're gonna go with that. What we might do is add fire to our swamp ball here. And just really start spreading that status around. Or, no, you know what, I'm not gonna... I'm always tempted to go for vampire because I love the idea of health steal. I feel like it just never works out well in a lot of games, and I feel like it's because the concept of it is considered to be so OP that devs just pre-nerf them before you can even get around to using lifesteal. Yeah. I was actually talking about this with some of my buddies on a stream on the channel a couple of days ago. Here we go. Because in a game I play on the channel a lot, Lost Castle 2, if you haven't heard of it, I have a video on it. Go check it out. It's a great game. But they tweaked a lot of their relics and yada 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 to make some cool stuff. They made some cool stuff. But they've added a lot more lifesteal in for just attack-based builds. So you think, oh, that's really cool, right? It is. It is cool. I'm not gonna say it's not. The issue with this is they also added a lot of shield for other types of builds, and shield is already better than lifesteal, right? Because you're just not taking the damage instead of taking it and then having to heal it back. But B, on top of it, ooh, do we want this? Do we want lightning? You know what? Let's grab the new ball. Let's play around with it. But on top of it, you know, again, I think people just think lifesteal is going to be too OP, so they just go, you know what? We're immediately gonna just get rid of this possibility. Actually, hold on. Can okay, that I can. It's 25% chance of birthing a baby ball each time it hits an enemy. Hold on. I actually think we might want to do Swamp and Broodmother. I was going to do it with Fire, but I think I'll just do, like, I don't know, Magma. Okay. Broodmother X Swamp. 46 to 86 hit damage, has 45% chance of birthing a baby ball each time it hits an enemy, leaves behind tar blobs over time. So enemy, okay. Spawned balls from Broodmother have the same properties as Swamp. Yo. Okay. we're gonna be, we'll be taking those, because you just kind of see that, you see that ground lighten up constantly. That is pretty OP sounding. Alright, after this, we're gonna see what we can do with the new ball. We're gonna see if we can do anything crazy with it. However, man, am I excited about what we just created. I think it's gonna revolutionize killing our foes. Alright, what do we have here? Let's get you behind everything and get those bounces going crazy. Because if we do, you're gonna do a lot more damage, because you're gonna have a lot more speed. Alright, we have one of these trajectories set up kind of decent, and the other one sucks, and that's okay. That's kind of like my only issue with these, is it really feels like this character is a testament to why dual-wielding pistols is an outlandish concept that should happen never. I mean, unless you just, it's rule of cool, right? Like, that's why it happens at all. Alright, I don't know how I'm gonna deal with this, actually. I think this man is gonna kill me. Okay, we're good. We only took 2 hits. That wasn't awful. It wasn't good, but it wasn't awful. Ooh, pressure valve is really good. But so is earthquake. Oh, we're gonna take pressure valve. We're gonna take pressure valve. Okay, fusion is available. I think that's... I don't think I'm gonna do it. Yeah, we get 2 upgrades for pressure valve. Because I think the fusion was going to be fire to the new ball, and I actually want to try, like, maybe earthquake to the new ball or something. Trying to think of what would fuse with the new ball, right? Increase fire rate. We take those. What was it? It's shadow ball? Dark ball? I don't know. Maybe vampire goes with it? Maybe Broodmother would have gone with it? Oh, actually, hold on. That, if Broodmother can evolve with that, I think that would end up busted. Because, right, if you had all of the baby balls from Broodmother now have the properties of that. Right, do you go vampire or do you go egg sac? I think we're going to go egg sac. Because I think egg sac might also do it, and that would be really cool. If it's 3 times damage but dies immediately, but then the eggs from the egg sac do 3 times damage and die immediately as well. I think that could be really useful, to say the least. Whether I'm going to be the best man to use that, probably not. Right? Like, probably not me, probably someone else. But we're gonna do it anyways, guys. Okay, I'm trying to get... Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm trying to get a level here, so I can maybe get 2 levels here. Nah, that's not gonna happen. That's okay. We'll just use the fission. Although I think we're getting close to the... Maybe the end? Maybe? I hope I have 1 more of those fission things. I feel like they toned down the amount of those that show up in a level. And maybe I'm just misremembering, but I felt like before I could do much crazier things. But again, I could be misremembering, right? I could just have liked this game so much that I already have nostalgia for it. I'm just like, oh, last time I played, you know, the 3 months ago it was, maybe. It's like, oh, it's so much better. Probably not. Probably not the case. Could be. Again, I'll actually check the patch notes after this, but I kind of like just diving in, which is odd because I'm normally the guy who's like, oh, I want to play these games a little bit so they kind of get a fair shake before, you know, I kind of play them for you guys and pass a bit of judgment. But for patch notes, I kind of just like jumping in and seeing how it feels. And then like maybe later on being like, oh, that's why that didn't feel good, because X, Y, and Z got changed. All right. All right, we need the angle. But I think we just created an echo chamber of doom back there, so I'm not sure we need the exact right angle, or if we can just kind of hammer down. Alright, so the issue with these guys on this boss, and why I actually did a run before this that I thought I was recording and wasn't, and then ended up being very mad. Why these guys are a little bit interesting, past the nuance of, hey, they have two sets of balls, is they're double wide. So kind of dodging these arrows is harder than it would be for any other characters so far. You know, I don't know if they're gonna release some, like, very large, like a sumo character or something, but all I know is with other characters, I kind of pay attention to dodging. With these characters, I find myself only staring at them, which is bad. Because it ends up being that I'm relying on bounces and BS to do my damage, as opposed to actually critically thinking about how my angles are working and things, which I guess is already my gripe with this character, at least for me, right? I can't look in two places at once. I can kind of be like, oh, this angle seems good. But if you've noticed, unlike with a lot of other characters, I have not been correcting my trajectory a lot. I've been just setting it and leaving it and hoping. The same thing that's gonna happen last time is gonna happen this time, isn't it? I'm gonna get, like, right... Last time I got right up to his death, he was about to be dead, and I just... the bullet hell of it all got me. Because, like, that's the thing, right? Is this game goes from bullet heaven to bullet hell real fast. That's gonna hit me, ain't it? Oh, no, we're good. There it is. And he was 2 hits away from death. All right. Anyways, I think we're going to try one more time because, well, runs in this game are fairly short. We're going to attempt one more. We'll see if I can do a little bit better. I both like and hate how the boss is, you have to hit him from behind, or I don't know if you have to. It seemed to work much, much better that way, though. I feel like before, you didn't have to. You had to either hit him straight down the middle or from behind. But this time, I noticed it seems like you have to get him from behind. Okay, what do we got? Broodmother level, dodging attacks, floats around your character and shoot baby ball. We're gonna go with Broodmother, because I do think this is... These guys really are just about sheer amount. We're gonna reroll. I don't have enough coins to reroll. That sucks. I hate this. I guess I was just saying, I think I have to hit the boss from the back, so... Sure, let's reduce my damage even more, unless I'm hitting the back of the field, which I don't have the ability to do until I get a certain item. And I don't know even if I'm going to get that item. I mean, I do have the ability to do it, but, like, I don't have the ability to organically just, like, off-rip do it, right? Like, I need to actually create a channel that allows me to do it. That's okay, though. Oh, I'm so tempted for both of these. Actually, I want all 3 of these. I'm going to take you, though. I think AoE and status in this game, especially combined, is king. I have not run, or want to run with, like, crit damage, or just, like, trying to do high damage, but you get that AoE plus that status, it seems like a shoo-in. Seems god tier. I could be entirely wrong, though. But, like, I remember getting Swamp and or Magma before was just nutty. Ooh, Sandstorm was really cool. I think we're going to go for this to get Sandstorm, and that's because Sandstorm does exactly what I was just talking about. It goes through it goes through units, so it can hit the back, which now synergizes with that item that I took that maybe I shouldn't have taken, that we're not going to talk about ever again, guys. But Sandstorm will help us with getting this boss taken down at the end. Okay, cool. So we have that. We can get this synergy the next time we run into one. Perfect. Evolution. Let's go. Okay, so I think, and this will all depend on how I end up doing this, but I think what I want to do is combine Sandstorm with Poison. Because you see Sandstorm is hitting the back. I believe that's blinding them. I don't actually know. I probably should have read. I probably should read, guys. We'll go to the encyclopedia next time we get a chance. Looks like it's blinding them, though. And I would imagine, right? You get sand in your eyes, you're not going to be able to see too much, right? Fellas? Okay, hold on. Goes through enemies and is surrounded by a raging storm, dealing 15 to 31 damage per second and blinding nearby enemies for 3 seconds. Okay, what does the details of that do? Okay, I don't know. Anyways, when you catch a special ball, you automatically shoot 1 to 3 new baby balls out. No, I think we're going to go with Ghost. And I think we're going to do that because, again, we want synergy with this other item. Ghost will give us that as well. So Ghost plus maybe Poison will give us Virus, I believe. And that could be something fun for us to play around. Let's see what happens when I just fire away at you, dude. Yeah, you fold. Okay. We're gonna wanna... Ooh. Does Vampire and Ghost do something? That'd be cool. Let's just level up the Sandstorm, because I do want to get there we go. I do want to get an effect on the Sandstorm. I want one more level in the Sandstorm before I do this, please. No, I gotta take it. Ah, that's such a waste. And that was also such a waste. Come on. Oh, we got another one. RNGesus has smiled upon me. I need to get this while I can. Give me the level up. What are you guys doing? Oh, that is still such a waste. Okay, I can fuse. Nothing useful. I'm kind of angry, but whatever. I'm not going to talk about it. If that previous fission had given us actual levels, it would have been great. Balls deal bonus damage until they hit a wall. Damage K after each bounce. Increase crit rate. I don't want any of that. When poisoned, enemies 10% chance to get a zombie. So, okay, so I have a particular gripe. There's 2 items that do this, that give you, basically would make a summoner build, right? They kind of don't seem useful. Yeah, here's the other item, Stone Effigy. They just kind of move up, and it seems that they are like, they may be 1-for-1. Maybe they like take out one guy and then they die to that. But the chance for them to actually show up is so rare that I'm just like, why would I pick this ever? And maybe I just have never lived long enough after getting that in a run to get them fully evolved, but I think that also says something. I'd say something about a skill issue. We're going for this upgrade. I love this upgrade. It makes the dead explode. We're going to go for this evolution. Yeah, we get virus from this. Okay. We're going to take that. And then we're going to fuse, I think. We'll probably fuse Broodmother with maybe, I don't know, Sandstorm. I don't like Broodmother. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It is not a ball I've been that enamored with. Every time I use it, it seems conceptually really cool, and then in actuality, it seems underwhelming. We could do this fusion though. Yeah, let's see what comes out. Sandstorm Broodmother. 40 to 90 hit damage goes through enemies and surrounded by a raging sandstorm that deals 15 to 31 damage per second and blinding enemies for 4 seconds. Has a 45% chance of birthing a baby ball each time it hits an enemy. Spawn balls from Broodmother have the same property as sands. Let's see what happens with this. Reading that seems like it could be really good. And I think it actually might be. Yeah. Fire, we take those. I think fire plus virus might be really nice. Just, oh, you spread a virus and you burn them. But we'll see if we can get a nice evolution for fire first. Maybe like, I don't actually know. I don't know the evolutions for fire other than magma, really. Magma's my favorite one. That's what happens to me in games like this. I'll find like something that I deem OP, and then it is just a, well, he found what he liked. Now he's gonna stick to it and never change. We're gonna level up virus. Where are my sandstorm balls? Yeah, it took you long enough. What? Where did they go? I'm unhappy about the events that have transpired here. That really genuinely felt like I was just left high and dry there. Maybe wind? Maybe firestorm is a thing? That could be pretty cool. I'll go for the fission. I didn't mean to pick that up, but I'm kind of stuck in right now, so... yeah, let's see if we can just get some bounces to really do some damage. Okay, we're recovering from that horrid boss fight. I don't know where my sandstorm ball went. That felt really bad, actually. Because the main reason I was double firing on that was I was like, oh, okay, well then the sandstorm will go through and then rebound, and boom, we're in business. And that did not seem to be the played out thing that happened there. Maybe I just didn't catch it last time it came back. There we go. That's some sandstorm action. Really just giving him the business. Okay. Let's see. I want... no, I don't want that. I want fire and wind to level. Fire's leveled? Okay. Let's see if we can get a level on wind before we grab that fission device there. Little fission orb. Jeez, this is all just baby XP. This is heinous. I think I'm just gonna have to take this. This is fine. One fusion available. Virus plus burn. I was saying I wanted to do that. Virus burn. Adds 1 stack of burn on hit for 5 seconds. Burnt units are dealt... okay, so it is... just passing through and adding burn, I guess. Or is it not passing through? Or is it just, like, hitting its... yeah, it seems to be... okay, this is underwhelming, I think. Feels like it's only burning, like, 1 or 2 guys. That's unfortunate. That's okay, though. We'll take those. Let's just upgrade you, and we'll see if we can get a cool upgrade, or a cool evolution for the wind. That is one thing I need to sit down and do, especially if I'm going to do more videos on this game, is sit down and get all the evolutions. Okay. I want to do that to see how easily we can kill him. Okay, so The baby balls are doing nothing. However, the sandstorm balls were hitting. Okay. This is also what I have to just get better at doing is using all of the space, right? I don't know if anybody has seen my last video, but I don't play with the space as well as I could. And that is a problem. Although this run is going significantly better than last run, boss damage-wise, and I think it is all due to Sandstorm being... Sandstorm. Where's Darude when you need him? That's a joke for the older folks listening. By older folks, I mean people of my age. Alright. We did it! We did it! We got our clear! Alright, that has been the new updated demo of Ball X Pit. Comes out October 15th. I cannot wait. And I personally will be playing a lot of it on that day. If you made it this far in the video, it would be great if you could hit a like and a sub. That would help me out a massive amount. And that subscription is going to remind you when my videos come out every day and when I go live. And I'm going to have a bunch of other content on indie games, hidden gems, all that sort of stuff. Anyways, I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Peace out.